Fantastic.
Do it because I'm here
Back.
instead of reaching over me.
But I like reaching over you.
Family friendly.
You flip it. Hi. Go ahead, start.
5:40 when I go home.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So hi everyone, welcome to the Voltron Panel. Before we get started, I just want to announce that I had originally had this panel completely planned out differently, and then they released something last night. So I went to Starbucks and I downloaded it.
So we're gonna watch it.
So this entire panel is now us just talking about season 3. I'm so.
Why are we stalling?
Oh my God! Oh. I'm gonna pass out. I'm just gonna let the opening go because we love
I
the
have no
opening. Best boy in the
I
whole
will tell you this, she is tone deaf.
If you listen carefully, you can hear it. It's all the way up. Like it's like plugged in, but nothing is.
Nothing's coming out.
So okay, then you do that. Do you know how to remove it off the HDMI, please?
This is why we need pitch.
You're the best. Our hero. Thanks, Mr. Holt. We really appreciate it. Okay, first and foremost, why is it that everybody's desperate to look for Matt, but no one wants to look for Dad?
Yeah, seriously.
I was like, no one cares about Dad? Poor Mom is out there, like, all single with none of her kids and her husband. No one cares.
Oh, okay.
Now it works.
There.
Literally gonna stand this up now. Oh, I pass out. It's soft. Voltron Panel.
I see you all hesitating at the door.
Alright, so first and foremost, before we introduce ourselves, just some general rules. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to keep my mouth shut.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. I will talk, I will say everything that's in my head, but I will, for this purpose, let's keep it canon stuff. I know we want to talk fandom, I know we want to talk about shipping, but let's just keep it canon stuff. I like to always put this warning on my panels. Be nice and respectful to each other, because we're both teachers and we will use our teacher voices.
Specifically, middle school and high school. So.
I work with students with disabilities too, so I really know how to hammer it down. All right, just a quick intro. We're Luna Vulpes. We write Clans fan fiction.
Lots of it.
Lots of it. So the first fan, just is like the only time I'm talking about clans. The first fan fiction I wrote was The Ultimate Wingman. It's on AO3. That one's completed, 25 chapters long. Go and enjoy it. Currently, we're currently writing, her and I together, we're writing Lion's Chains. That one's gonna be triple long, and that one is angst.
Like, you know angst? and then multiply it
Like,
by 100.
yeah, like we're on chapter 10, and I'm like, guys, there's gonna be 10 levels of angst. And they're like, huh, what level are we on now? 4. Good luck.
You're evil.
Yes.
We know.
And here's the best part, chapter 10, they're still not together. Slow burn.
Like slow.
Coming soon, we're also part of the Tumblr Voltron Big Bang that's going on right now. So in July, August, we haven't been given our post date. We're going to be releasing a fantasy AU called Steam, so check that one out. And then after we're done with Lion's Chains, we're going to work on an Altan Lands.
Yes,
Galra
right.
Keith fic called Extreme.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's
Oh, we're good now.
Yeah, we're
It was
good
a
now.
computer problem, not a
Cool.
wiring.
All right, so check us out. I'll be putting the handles up again later if you guys want to check it out. So, we're gonna watch some stuff that's been released.
Who's this little fella? I don't know. I've never seen him before.
He's so pretty.
Isn't he fabulous?
God, I love him. I'm so excited for Lotor. He's so pretty. All right. The next one is the one that they that somebody like secretly videotaped at WonderCon, where you hear Lotor's voice for the first time. I might squeak. Tiny because someone recorded it.
My father built our empire.
I love this.
The universe can no longer doubt our strength. Each hour game only makes us stronger. Although this may change.
Yes. All right, and now the thing that was released yesterday.
What you all want to see.
And guys, have you guys like analyzed it?
Yes.
Yes? Oh my god. We're gonna talk about it after we watch it. And it's August 4th, it's so close!
Word of Voltron's triumph is spreading. The universe needs Voltron.
Speaking of Voltron,
My boy.
we can't form Voltron anymore.
That cannot stand. Surrender now, or you will be destroyed.
The others!
We'll take it from here.
Invasive action underway! Now this is the kind of world saving that a paladin can get used to.
I love you, man. So, season 3. Who's excited? Like, the fact that they shinily showed his gorgeous face. Like, I was like, okay, I've heard his fantastic voice. Now I want to see his gorgeous face, and he's just as gorgeous as I expected. And then, okay, here's the thing. Although I'm crazy excited for Lotor, I was obsessed with Rebel Matt for like a month. I was already like, so that's the next cosplay.
It was very much longer than a month. She didn't shut up about it for
I
like.
think I wrote like a month. Yeah, it's just so bad. I was just like, I love Matt so much. Because he's just so pretty. Like, I feel like Pidge is gonna be like, who are you? You're not I don't look like you. And then he's gonna be like, what's with the green suit? And what's a Pidge? Because I could see him now like, Kate, it's Pidge now. But okay, so yeah, season 3 looks amazing. It's fun that we finally got a new trailer and that it's coming out so quickly. So basically, this is kind of like an open discussion panel where we just kind of discuss what we want. I was originally going to have us talk about our paladins, and then we were going to talk about, you know, our other favorite characters, and then season 3. But then they released that video, so
She
I
got
fucked
me
it
all
up.
prepped for one thing and then changed it this morning.
Ha! That sounds like a Lance thing to do. So some things that personally I'm crazy looking forward for season 3. Well, at least this is what I hope. My number one thing that I want is I want Keith to turn purple. I just want Keith to turn purple. I'm getting number 2 and number 3 right here. Like those are the other things. But the other one, which was pretty much confirmed in the trailer, the swap of paladins and lions. If you looked carefully, you could see that Keith was sitting in the black lion, and there was a part where Lance was sitting in the red lion. The part that was like going, if you looked at the seat, it was the red lion. And I was like, oh, he's so happy to take over that red lion. Look at my boy go. But of course, then who's blue, right? If it goes original, then it's Allura. But I really want it to be Coran. I just want it to be in the blue line going, I have the slipperies. Like, I couldn't handle it. Like, and then blue's just like, can I have Lance back? I want Red and Lance to not get along at all. It has to be I want them to kind of almost have an interstellar argument. The same kind of argument he would have with Keith. And then it's and then Red's just like, I guess you're not so bad. Maybe. And then, Shiro's back, never mind. That's all, that's how I want it. But then, because again, they communicate telepathically or whatever with their lion, so I kind of want it to be because one of my big things is, I want Keith and Lance to become best friends. Just that, even if it's just best friends, I want them to be best friends because I honestly don't think that Keith has the ability to be a leader on his own. He needs a balance, and the only one who can balance is Lance, because Lord knows Lance can't be a leader on his own, and his balance is Keith.
The world will burn.
It would burn. So I'm kind of hoping that because Lance takes over Red for a moment, it helps build that relationship, because I honestly think that as them for leaders, they need each other. I was honestly hoping that Allura would take Black Paladin, so that kind of but I'm okay with Keith taking it, because I could see Black Lion's you don't deserve me. I'm only dealing with you because I want my son back. And you will find him. So that's the only reason I think Black is gonna be Keith, come on board, because we're gonna find my son. Because he's right there with Rebel Matt.
And then she's gonna kick me to the side and everything's gonna be happy.
And then Red's gonna love Lance and not get rid of him, so then Keith has no lion. I'm just kidding. I'm really angsty, I'm sorry. But so what are some things you guys are looking forward to for season 3 or hoping you see in season 3? Right? Galra Keith, honestly, is I just want to see him turn purple.
I heard a hunk. Okay, so you say hunk. Everyone says Shiro, Lance, Keith, Galra. Why hunk?
Because I don't see a lot of him in the other seasons.
Bless.
He had 2 episodes.
Bless. Okay.
So we want some hunk character development.
Yes. Bless. So obviously season 2 for us Lance and Hunk fans, we were not too happy. But I actually have a giant theory as far as there actually was a lot of character development for both of them in season 2. And what it is that, again, they got 8 seasons. So they have a long time to develop these characters. And they got permission to up it to a PG rating. So So awesome news. So because of that, and since these writers wrote Avatar and Korra, I have huge faith that there's a reason they do what they do. So for season 2, I actually thought, especially with Lance, his character development was purposefully a D character development. It was to bring him from his top tier down to the bottom so that you feel his insecurities, because episode 2, they show you how amazing of a leader he is with the mermaids. And then you ignore him, and then you ignore him, and then you ignore him, and then you ignore him. And then you have the whole Keith thing.
But I'm awesome.
And then he's take me. No, he takes Keith, of course. So it's they keep ignoring him. And then we have the epic 7th wheel dialogue. It made me want to die a little on the inside. But that was the moment I realized, this is what they were doing with Lance. They were trying to push him down to the bottom of his insecurities, because then what are they going to do next season? Bring him up. And then with Hunk, I think his development is just showing how much he is the heart of Voltron. He is the heart of the team. Pidge is the little bean that everyone has to protect, but Hunk is the heart of the team. So with Hunk, I think it was a lot of just showing him evolving with the other characters. Because
specifically with
yes, especially with Keith.
In terms of being part Galra, that episode was massive for
I love you, Galra Keith. You're the best. That's like my favorite line in the entire season. But especially for that, because when you really think about Hunk's past, his best friend was Lance. And Lance only likes to follow Shiro. And now Keith is going to become the leader of Voltron. And Hunk just had this amazing mission with Keith, and now he trusts Keith. So it's gonna break their friendship a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. And I honestly think that that whole episode was purposefully made to show that the heart of Voltron, Hunk, could trust Keith as a leader. Because I honestly think that if whoever Hunk trusts is the one that can truly lead. And we all know that Hunk trusts Shiro. But now with Shiro being gone, and he actually did work with Keith, you can actually see that if Keith takes over, Hunk would probably follow. Pidge is her own little world, so she just follows whoever. Again, she's my precious little being. There's two rules in the Voltron fandom, and it's that Coran is the man and everyone must protect Pidge. That's it. You can argue about everything else, but those two are fact. Oh, and that the best OTP is Pigeon Tech. OTP number 1. Get you a man who looks at you like Pidge looks at technology. Like that's the only real like canon couple in that entire series. But Pidge is gonna trust whoever because Pidge is, she has her own personal mission. So I really think that it all goes back to Hunk. So I'm really hoping that with season 3 we see that evolving of Hunk, kind of pushing Lance a little bit, and you see their character development together. Especially, my big thing is having Keith become part of the Garrison trio and becoming a Garrison 4. Because I do kind of feel bad for Keith on that kind of sector of things.
I like being alone.
Oh, whatever. No, you don't. Lies. I know you use my beauty products at night. Don't. Another thing I really love about the show. Also the fact that their bedrooms are next to each other, I find that to be hilarious. Because I am sure Lance blasts music in the middle of the night while he's trying to do his beauty regimen and Keith just can't sleep. And then Pidge is all the way on the other side just fixing things.
That's why Keith looks exhausted all the time.
All the time. It's Lance's fault. Anything else you guys really are looking forward to with season 3?
I want to see an advancement in their weapon.
Absolutely, that's a big one, especially with Voltron itself. I'd like to see, since especially with Shiro, now he has his beard. I want to see what it does. I want to see it so bad.
I personally, and this is my own guilty pleasure, I want to see Lance with a sniper rifle.
Yes. I want his to shift to a bunch of different guns. I also want all of them in the Memora outfit. Everybody in the black suit.
No, that's mine.
Everybody in the black suit. That was the best episode. We're gonna put Keith in the very tight black suit and watch him fight for a few minutes. Enjoy! No fangirl's gonna love this at all. But with the trailer, I like that you start actually seeing their alliance with the Blade too. I think it's going to be a really good, interesting alliance, especially on the Allura sector of the story, because it's understandable why she hesitates to work with Galra. I mean, she lost her entire species. I would be hesitant too. So that's them working together with them. That's a good one. I want to know more about Hagar. That girl. I want to know. I have so many theories. Theory number 1. Hi, Mom! That's theory number 1. Because look at him, he looks all tan. He doesn't look Hagar, thank you. I just want to know. I also want to know if Zarkon's ever going to wake up from his coma. No. Because Lord knows.
Sleep it off.
Also, do you guys think that Lotor was the person they met in the beast belly?
Yes.
I think it's Keith's mom.
I agree.
I want it to be Keith's mom. There's another fan theory that I just kind of sort of want it to be true. Keith's mom is also Lotor's mom. And I was like, oh man, they're half brothers, yes! Give it to me. Because I could see them facing each other going, brother, I'm gonna beat you. You touch my paladins, I will kill you. I know. It was a fun theory. I was like, yes, that's so amazing. And one of our fixer cousins.
Yes, that is true.
I think one of her fixed her cousins. Yeah, because we've written so many.
Yeah, there was also a theory that Lotor and Allura share the same mom.
Yes, yeah, that's the other one.
That
I think that one's slightly more plausible, honestly, because of the whole he looks Altean. Wasn't he
Yeah.
originally half Altean in the original series?
he was, and then there was another issue in the original one where I believe, and I haven't seen the original, so don't quote me on this, but I believe Lotor actually had Allura's cousin kidnapped.
Yeah,
under
there's like so many
control
characters they haven't introduced yet.
because of his obsession with her.
Yes. I really actually hope that they don't make this Lotor obsessed with her. I really don't. I kind of don't want
She
that.
wants him to be obsessed with Lance.
Shut up. So, no, in honesty, I just want him to be like bloodthirsty, evil. I just want him to just want to destroy planets.
No.
Yeah, that me too. But most of all, I just want him to be bloodthirsty. It would be a nice twist if he was actually good, but I prefer that he's bloodthirsty. Like there is one of the big things that I just really want to see with Lance is his family. I'm obsessed with his family because again, I'm Cuban and I know what a Cuban family is and I want to meet them.
I personally want Shiro's backstory.
Yes, and I want Shiro's backstory for sure.
I want to know his connection to Keith because we
Yes.
see in the
Yes.
very first episode that there is a bond
hoping
there.
uncle or cousin.
But what is it?
I'm really hoping uncle or cousin.
I'd be okay with uncle.
I would be super okay with uncle or cousin. But I want to see the way I want to see Lance's family is very angsty. I want like the Galras to come to Earth and they're like gonna destroy it, and then you see Lance's family walk out of the house, and then he look up, and then you don't see them for a long time because I'm horrible and I like to do this to my own boy.
Our own readers have called us devils, so.
Yeah. But honestly, like it would be one of those like moments because I could see it like they show the ships coming into Earth and like everybody's like stepping out of their homes like what's going on because Earthlings don't know how to mind their business.
Season finale.
And then you see like and then poor bitch's mom, she just comes out holding her family picture going, "Is it my husband, daughter, and son? No." I was like, "Why?" And then like because I would love to
Lance,
see.
stop talking.
Keith is Shiro's half brother or something. Yeah.
In the original series, I think they were related, like they're in the Japanese or something. Like one of the incarnations, there was some form of connection between Shiro and Keith, as far as being related. So I would love that. What else? What was I saying? I was talking about his family because I love it. I really just want to keep him family. Really, really, really bad.
Have you seen the thing where like they're talking about how time works differently in space? So if you really want to go lengths, if he comes back and they're all dead. Oh.
Or like really old. Or even better, they go back in time. Oh my God, that's me as a baby. I was so cute. Look at me, poke poke. Lance would do that. Keith would be like, I did have ears. Pidge would just be like, I knew you fixed computers when you were 2. That would be fun. Anybody else? Go.
I'm really surprised you just want him to be bloodthirsty.
Just
Because in all honesty, if he's half Altean, there's a lot of angst.
Oh no! I want it to be.
lot of
I want it to be like for vengeance of my mom or something like redonkulous. Like I want his bloodthirst to not be Zarkon related. I want it to be something else related.
He needs to be driven by his love for Princess Allura.
Or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I honestly, the battle I want to see is Allura and him. I want to see that fight because since they made Allura so much stronger in this series, you know that fight would be epic.
I want to see her straight out fight Haggard. Straight.
Oh yeah. Oh, ooh.
Now that she knows what she can do.
Both of them at the same time. Can Allura handle it? No, she's not winning. Oh my God, what's going on? She can't win. Shiro to the rescue. Oh no, Shiro can't handle it. What happens? The other Paladin. And everybody is saving each other.
Write it.
Huh?
Write it.
Write it. Like I want it. Yeah, that's because I honestly think this is definitely, again, it's a show about like teamwork and stuff. So I foresee however this series ends, it's very much like, as a team! So like, we work together as a team. And I really want Lance to dab it, because he's gonna have Red Lion. I'm telling you, that was one of my favorite fan arts ever. There's a fan art picture of Keith sitting in the Black Lion. He's like, Lance, don't do it. Lance, don't do it. And Lance is like, Pitch, you ready? And Pitch is like, let's do it. And then they go, dab! And then you see like Keith go, no.
I feel like he's gonna have a headache the entire part that he's riding the Black Lion. A permanent headache.
Red is continuously telling him how pissed off she is that Lance is sitting in her. Get this child out of my body. Give her back to Blue, he's annoying. He doesn't stop singing.
They have midnight powwows, Keith and Red.
It's okay, Red. I'll come back to you. And I'm really gonna be shocked to see how that relationship goes, because season 1, Red was all like, whatever, I don't want anything to do with you. And season 2 was like, Mama Bear. He got a paper cut, no! What happened to Red season 2?
Wait, I
Makes no sense.
You know how I said how the Paladin and the Lion have sort of a telepathic or whatever it's called connection? Wouldn't the Black Lion be able to find Shiro?
Well, remember we have that whole episode where Shiro was not connecting with Black. And he had to do that whole like, he finally did, but now he's like, wherever the heck he is, with Matt. And I'm sure what's happening, like honestly, because of that conversation that Shiro and Keith had at the beginning of like, you take over Voltron when I'm not here, I would not be surprised if Black got that message, which is why I think Black would accept Keith with open arms, because he's like, well, my Paladin told me to accept you. And I'm not going to be able to find you again if I don't follow what you said.
Zarkon was only able to find the Black Lion that far away anyway with the help of other people.
Exactly. Like, yeah, he needed the whole ship and all of its magic and all that kind of stuff to connect back to Black. So I mean, now I think the bond between Shiro and Black is obviously much stronger, but because Shiro is gone, and knowing Shiro, his like communication to Black is stay with the Paladins, don't come for me. Because I can see, again, like with how Shiro is as a leader, and especially since he's so much older than the other ones, again, Space Dad. So he's there like, just protect them, like stay with them. Allura will handle it. Like, you got Coran, I know he's not that great, but he got no, Coran's amazing.
But we all know the Space Boys, they're
yes.
not gonna,
Oh my God.
they're not gonna sit around and just say, okay, Shiro, you're good, bye.
I really want Coran to have the slipperies while trying to drive Blue.
Yeah.
Like, I have the slipperies. You can't drive Blue. That would be like you just see the leg. Going crazy.
Yes.
So what do you think will happen with the dynamic once Matt returns and Pitch is there?
I honestly think, because Matt's obviously a rebel, he's going to, it's probably going to end up becoming a three-way alliance, because whoever he's with is not the Blade. So, but they're still fighting the Galra, and I'm really hoping he stays on the ship.
The picture with Matt and Shiro on it, does it look like they're standing in a ship?
Yes,
I just noticed that.
I know. But whose ship? I just want to know. I just want to know where he went. There is a theory that the rebels actually took Shiro.
Wow.
Like that Shiro didn't disappear on his own accord, the rebels took him. And that's why he's with Matt. I prefer that he was like, it's somewhere he's standing in the middle of nowhere, and then he just is trying to figure out where he is. And, oh, hi, Matt.
What?
It's been a while. Your sister's been looking for you. What's my sister doing in space?
Well, you see what happened was.
So she pretended to be a boy. Her name is Pitch now.
No one believed her, except for Lance.
No one. He didn't know either, don't lie. He knows how to play oblivious. So I'm just going to continue talking about my favorite Paladins. They're so amazing. I love our Team Voltron. One of the things that I just really like about this dynamic is just how unique each one is. Each character on their own is strong but weak, and you can find the balance within any of them. Like I said, I do think that Keith and Lance need each other to balance for leadership, but there are still also qualities that even the two of them can't have without Pidge, without Hunk, without Shiro, and even without Allura and Coran. They are all Team Voltron. And one of the things at least I feel sometimes when talking with like fans and stuff is that they tend to forget about how important Coran is to the team. He really is like a huge key player to the team. He knows exactly what to do. He's their structure. He fights for them too. He knows and understands everything on the ship. He's obviously a genius. How many times has he fixed that ship?
A lot.
I mean, and he did it with the slipperies. I mean, come on, I honestly don't think Coran sometimes gets enough credit as a team player for, Team Voltron. And then, of course, he's also their mentor. I really just want a scene, and I don't even care which Paladin it is. I don't even care. That beautiful scene he had with, like, Allura, and they were talking about, like, your dad would be proud of you, and I cried. And I just...
He did.
I cried. But I really want him to have that with, like, one of the Paladins, too. I honestly think I want him to have it with Shiro.
Yes.
Because of Shiro's PTSD, Shiro's how broken he is, and he doesn't really talk to anybody. He doesn't console to anybody because the other Paladins look to him as their hero. So they're just like, Shiro, we will follow what you say. What do you have us to say? It's like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. And then you know that we all agree as a fandom, Shiro is very tired and deserves a vacation. So he needs somebody to talk with him. And I think the person that would probably best fit that would be Coran. I don't think it would be Allura because Allura is part of them too. She's lost. The girl woke up from a coma and now she's the leader. Oops.
And we don't know what Coran went through. Obviously there was a war before they were sealed away. So he clearly was a high-ranking officer. So he probably has some of the same nightmares and hauntings that Shiro does.
Yeah, Coran is one of those I think I want to see a background story on too. Yeah. Like a really nice in-depth backstory of what happened with Coran before the sealing. Before everything happened. Like I just really want to know like what happened. Well, how did he get there? Why was he the one that got to stay with Allura? Like those are big questions. I also really want to know more about the previous Paladins.
Yes.
I want to know what the dad did. I want to know how Zarkon became a Paladin. I want to know all of that. How was their world before the Galras just decided to take over the universe?
Keith's mom, Pilot Red.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Magic.
And on that question, how old is Lotor? Was he born 20 years ago?
He's ancient.
I mean, come on. Because I honestly think like I'm waiting for him to see Allura and be like, it's been a long time. I was like, ooh, you old. I was like, I understand why she looks young. She was in a coma. Not you.
It's all of his face creams. He's using Lanta's regimen.
Oh my god. Where is he getting all those creams? Does he make them? They've only been to the Space Mall in season 2.
It's that green stuff.
I want to know what it is. And I really want the regimen because he looks pretty. Huh?
Like what if he was putting it somewhere as well?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Lance exhaling fun.
Oh, and I want more about the cow.
Yeah.
My theory is that Lance takes care of it in this little room with like a farm, and like he just walks up to it every so often and he's brushing it.
It makes him feel like home.
It's like, I miss you.
A battle.
I know what your real name is, but I call you Bonita. You're so pretty. Hunk, stay away from it. We're not making burgers.
But Keith really wants steak. So.
And again, Keith is just there sharpening his knife. I will have a hamburger. I'm so tired of goop. I lived in a desert before this. I need meat. Like I'm telling you, that's all gonna happen. But they did actually state that the cow will be returning season 3. Yeah. I'm super excited to find out what happens to the cow. I just want to know. I also want them to go back to Space Mall so that bitch can get her TV.
Yeah.
She deserves that PlayStation. Everybody does. And I just want to see her and Lance having like a sibling bonding moment playing video games. They're my favorite bro TP. And Keith and Pidge. I write so much Keith and Pidge like bro TP that one of my fan fictions, she just calls him Jam Boy.
I came up with that.
Yeah, it was so funny. She's like, Jam Boy! He's like, shut up. Gremlin.
It's very much a love-hate relationship.
I want Hunk to see Shay again. Aww. That was horrible that they gave her one line. Have you seen Hunk? And that's it. He's not here. They're not giving him character development this season.
More what?
Robies.
Yes. I want to see more aliens, more planets, you know, and with the way that they're discussing and talking about different topics, because obviously the show is going out of its way to talk about some heavy topics in a children's television show. And they have mentioned that they're going to be talking on things like LGBT, and I figured that if they're not going to do it with the main cast, honestly, the easiest way to do it is visiting a planet and having like a gay alien couple. Whoop, they talked about it. But you know what I mean? Like for a kid's show, that's a big deal just to do that. So I have a feeling that's what they're gonna do, which I'm okay with. But I really appreciate this show for all the major hardcore topics. There was an interview I heard, I think it was with Neil, the voice of Zarkon, that they were talking about how the whole thing with Pidge on how she came out as a girl, the way that they did it, no other network except Netflix approved it, which is why they went with Netflix.
Everyone else wanted to keep Pidge a boy.
Like everybody wanted to either keep Pidge a boy or they wanted it to come out like a joke versus something that's actually serious. You know, like the way they did it was way better because there's so many underlying feelings and emotions and stuff, you know, like your identity, who you are. And my favorite part is that I have a feeling had other networks done it, after she revealed herself, she would have been in a dress.
Yeah.
And not here. Netflix is like, she's revealed herself and nothing else has changed. So she is the same. Although I'm wondering why she wears glasses when she was Kate. She never wore glasses. I feel like it's a Matt thing. I feel it's a Matt thing though. I feel they're Matt's glasses.
With no lenses.
So she wears them because she wants to find her brother.
No one noticed there were no lenses.
Also, I want another Rover. I want another Rover.
Yes!
I want Rover.
I need Rover 2.0. Oh my God, Rover 2.0, she makes him with Matt. They have twin Rovers, and that's how they communicate. Brother, how are you doing? Fantastic. How are you? Because I have a feeling Matt's probably not going to stay on the ship very long.
Oh. Just because you mentioned the Rover thing, but I heard that there's a person online that's making a real one.
Yes.
And Bex has one. Josh said that at his last panel that Bex has one of them, and I was like, oh, I want it. Take all my money. I don't need a house. I will take Rover. She will follow me everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I would like a Rover 2.0 or something even like more advanced because again, it's Pidge. And especially now that she has like that whole like touch sensitive with nature and electronics, so Rover would be like amazing. I could see like Rover having like branch options. That'd be cool. I'm just like, anything else?
I kind of want to see minor characters like Yash, Shay, and Rolo and Nima, like what happened to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Voltron's victory, will they end up trying to help Voltron?
Yeah. It's like, are there any, like, there's a theory that Rolo is part of the rebel group with Matt. I would like that to happen. That would be kind of cool. Again, I really just want Shay back because Hunk deserves happiness. And I'm so happy that they decided that the first one who's going to have a crush was Hunk. I was like, yay, he deserves it. And she's so pretty. She's so amazing. She's the only one who could probably toss him around a room. Because I can lift you and I'm strong. I had that whole argument recently. Somebody was arguing with me about how Lance is as strong as Keith. I was like, I'm Lance and I'm telling you no. I am the second weakest. The only one I can hurt is Pidge, and even then she'll bite my ankle. That's it. That's it. I think statistically Hunk is physically the strongest. And then, like, not counting Allura and her magical powers, I think Hunk is statistically the strongest, and then it goes Shiro, Keith, Lance, Pidge. Yep. I think that's how it goes.
Based on just pure muscle.
Yeah, just muscle. Yeah, because
nothing else.
If you go then agility, then Keith rises up.
Or Shiro's Galra arm. I mean, come on.
This is just taking just strict into like strength. Intelligence though, that's where
something else
that's where the other ones start picking up.
What happened to his arm?
Yes. I want to see what happened to his arm, and I want to see more Galra tech.
Yes.
Because clearly we know that Hagar and them can do a lot of awesome stuff. So what else have they done?
Also, we got introduced into magic at the end of season 2. Let's get our magic on, because now apparently Allura can do magic. But I want to know why he has the white hair, we know why he has the scar, and then why he has the arm. I want all of it. I want all of it.
What if they used his arm for experimenting and studying humans?
I would understand that.
That's possible.
That's probably exactly what happened. I honestly think he lost it in one of those fights.
Yeah.
Or he won one of the fights, like one of the first, that fight where he pushed Matt away. I feel like obviously he won it, and they were like, now we must upgrade him.
This is your prize. We're gonna mutilate your prize.
And then they just kept upgrading him and upgrading him. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if a lot of internally, he has more stuff in him. It's not just in the arm. Like I honestly think, yeah, like I think like he might have like a whole different nervous system, which would be cool if he glowed.
If anything, it would make more sense.
It would make more sense.
It could also be a cultural thing for the Galra if you look at it, because there are other Galra who have other almost cybernetics to them. And what if it's a prize, what if it's an award or a badge of honor? But Shira doesn't see it that way because our culture doesn't match that. So there's that concept as well.
I want to know the backstory on the Blade.
Yes.
And I hope
Give
Mom
me
is
Mom.
a Blade member. I
just want Mom.
I just want Mom. And I love that Keith is Texan. Texan Keith. I want to know that too. And I really, really, really hope she's crazy tall.
Yeah.
Because then you look at Dad and then you look at her and then you go, uh-huh. I also hope that like Keith grows when he turns purple. So that he can look down at Lance and be like, I knew I'd be taller than you.
Or Mom makes the comment of, you're so tiny.
My son is so tiny, just like his father. But then again, he's still a growing boy, you never know. I really hope that his form is literally just the ears popping out and then he's purple. That's all I want. And the yellow eyes. I do want the yellow eyes. Because that's pretty. But I highly doubt they're gonna do it now that you look at Lotor and he has the pupils. It's like, dang, I don't think Keith is gonna have yellow eyes. I want Keith to have yellow eyes. By the way, his eyes aren't purple.
They're gray.
They're blue-gray. They're not purple. I made a giant error in my fanfictions.
And we had to go back and
He
finish.
has to go back and... His eyes are blue-gray. Somebody did a whole the bunch of screenshots in different sections, and they figured out that his eye color is actually blue-gray. So everybody's been wrong. It's like boo. Boo. I'm gonna put up this picture because I love this picture. I miss him. Where's Tethys?
Who?
There's Tethys. I miss Tethys. I miss my Blade Boys. I want the Blade Boys back.
I have a question. I can't remember what his name was. He was a big, fluffy purple Garra with a big arm that was in the pod. Sendak, yeah. Where is he? Is he floating in space?
Wasn't he the one that was turned into
In space. No, he was injected in
He was injected.
That was the one big thing. We just had a panel discussion of this yesterday. It's where Shira went no, and then honestly, what the probability and the statistics of finding Sendak in space for anyone is minute. But being that he is Galra, and we've already seen that Galra have connections, Keith and the Blue Lion, Zarkon the Black Lion, and being able to find each other, I could see Sendak coming back. As unlikely as it is. I see that being one of those loose ends that they have out there. Shiro made a mistake, he released them, and Sendak's been on the ship. So Sendak knows things that the other Galra don't. So I do see, if anyone's gonna pick him up, it's gonna be Lotor.
I want him to be in Space Mall and hang out with Paul, the mall cop. That's what I want. That's all I want. I do want them to go back to Space Mall though. That was fun. I love that episode. That episode was one of my favorites. And I want the pirate suits back. I also want to see all of them in the PJs. We've only seen Lance. I want to see all of them in the PJs. Like I want them to have a sleepover.
Yeah.
That'd be so cute. Shiro's back, let's have a sleepover. Let's celebrate everyone in their PJs. Matt, join us. That'd be so cute. That would be adorable.
Allura's super awkward because she has no idea what's going on.
What's a sleepover? I don't understand.
Don't we do that every day?
We just sleep. Why is everyone awake? It's called a sleepover. Stop putting gunk in my face, Lance. I'm already pretty. Right? She's gorgeous. She don't need it. I'm wondering if she's gonna get because she has to be the blue Paladin, honestly. Just if it's gonna go original, I want to know if she's gonna get her own Paladin suit, and if they're gonna go original, if they're gonna make it pink. I want to know because I think I would like to see her in the normal gear, like the regular gear, just pink.